Hey, what's going on, guys? It is October 18th out here at Cranes Roost Park in Altamont Springs. Beautiful day, unbelievable. It's 80 degrees, very peaceful out here, people hanging out, having a good time. But I mean, if you want to be in a place where there's a lot of angry people, there's plenty of protests today. So I was going to go downtown Orlando to Lake Eola, downtown Orlando, but there's protests down there and it'd be way too loud to talk to you guys. So I figure I'd just come here. Gotten a lot of new subscribers lately. Well, a lot for me anyway. But I really appreciate you guys. A lot of people have been giving me a lot of comments and thanking me for what I do, and going over how to sell options and doing research. So I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for the support. And here is a few comments that people left that I'd like to show you guys. So let's check that out. So as you can see, a lot of comments, very nice comments. I really appreciate that so much. That's very nice of you guys. So if you want to subscribe, hit the button now. Watch my videos every week. I'll show you the money live as I make the money. I'll show you exactly how to sell these options, and we'll all make some money together. So I just wanted to go over a few things with you guys. Just some things that I'm thinking about doing next week. I sell options mostly on the Carnival cruise lines. So it's been up and down, it's down right now, a few bucks, but still what I want to show you guys is that this is exactly why I sell the options, right? So the stock might be down, right? But when you're selling options, you're always making money. I don't care if it goes up, of course you're making money then, but if it goes down, I'm still making money. If it goes sideways, I'm making probably even better money. So let me show you the chart on Carnival Cruise Lines right now, and I'll show you what I mean. So let me show you guys. So look at, this is the 1 week chart, or the 5-day chart, for last week. So I sold some call options and rolled some puts last week on Tuesday. So here's Tuesday right here, popped up, worked out amazing for me, amazing. And then it kind of dipped down towards the end, but for the week it was still up 62 cents, 2.24%. So okay, it basically, I mean, it was up a little bit, but it didn't do much this week, right? And let's go to the month chart. Okay, look at the month chart. It's gone down, right? So it kind of leveled off right here, but it's gone down all month. But here's my point. Look at what I've made on the options over that past month. So here is my handy dandy book that I keep track of all the options, how much I make, and how many options I sell. So this is the past four weeks, right? So you saw the stock went down. So as the stock is going down, here's 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks, right? So this was an earnings week, so that was really good money, but that's not the norm. So we can even take that off and go with this one. So 578 last week, 382, 249, and that was like I said, options week. So they're always great weeks, and like 758. So an average of about $500 a week. So that's $2,000 for the month. And I mean, just to let you guys know, if you haven't watched the videos before, I use around $125,000 to sell these options. I know a lot of people don't have that much money, but if you don't get started, then you'll never get to that point. Just start somewhere. I started and I was making literally $10 to $30 a week. when I started. So, and then I did borrow some money from the bank at 8%, and I made about 25% on that money. So I borrowed the money from the bank, I pay them 8%, and I make 25%. So I did that to help me out to get some more capital, because I was, I've been doing this for a while, and I was, making money every single week, and I'm like, this works. So I just need more money to make more money. So I did that, and it's been working out perfectly. So, but as you can see, like with the stock going down, and it doesn't matter what stock you use can use any stock. I use Carnival Cruise Lines. It's the same process with any stock, but I used, the stock went down, and I made $2,000. Like, I'm not worried about it. I know the stock is going down, and I'm losing money on the stock, right? But a stock is a good stock, and I think I know where it's going. So it's just having a little bit of difficulty because of COVID. It's still digging its way out of debt because of that. But it's Carnival Cruise Lines. It's the biggest cruise line in out there. So it's not going to go bankrupt. And if it even got close, which is not, they would get bought. So I'm not worried about it. I know where it's going. It used to pay a dividend. Eventually it will. So that's why I picked this stock. But any stock you guys use, you can do this with, and just pick a good stock, because you don't want to pick some shady stock. I talk to a lot of people, and they're like, yeah, I'm selling crypto, or I'm selling these penny stocks. And I don't deal with any of that stuff. I mean, hey, crypto might go, Bitcoin might go to $1 million. I have no idea. But it could go to zero. I don't really like something that doesn't have a product and you can't see its earnings. And I don't like stocks like that. So I just stick to the ones that I know and are good, solid companies. I guess same thing as like the ideology of Warren Buffett. He does the same thing. So as you can see, $2,000 with the stock going down. It'll rebound eventually, and it'll pop right back up. So, okay, another thing I wanted to show you guys is what am I going to do next week? All right, so let's get to the Charles Schwab account, and I'm going to show you. So this is the plan for next week, and you'll see how much I could possibly make next week. So let's go to the options here, and Tuesday, last week, or this week actually, Friday, yesterday, I let some put options, 3 of them, expire. I had 5 that didn't expire, but they were exercised. So I got the stock. So I got 500 shares then. I got 300 more because I let 3 options expire. I sold 15 options, call options, just turn right around and start selling those. So I sold those, made really good money, and now I've got another 300 shares, so I'll be selling 18 call options next week. Okay, so hopefully it does the same thing next week and pops up on Tuesday. That'd be amazing. Oh, and another thing is, I'm going to show you Carnival Cruise Lines in a minute, but I have the 100 shares of TQQQ. I'm up, as you see, 400 and we'll say 20% on those. 420% on those TQQQ. So it's the NASDAQ times 3. That is amazing. When it was down, I was buying that for like 20 bucks. It was awesome. So I might sell some options on that. So if I sold some options on TQQQ, I would, let's go to the options. And this is on the Charles Schwab app. I go to TQQQ. I would, just like I'm putting it in to sell an option, right? So I would put it out till October 31st, Halloween. And if I sold, let me increase the amount of strike prices. So it's at like 104 right now, right there. I would probably put them out for October 31st. I would put them out at about I'd probably put them out at 110. So actually let me change the expiration date back to the 24th. So if I put them out at 110, right? Here's the strike price, 110. I could get like $100 on those, right? But not only $100, I would, if it did go up to 110 and go in the money, which then I would still roll the option, but I would get an extra. I have 100 shares, so that's $6 higher. Not only I would get the premium of $100, I would get $600 more because it would go up. It would have to go up to that amount, 110, for it to expire over 110 for them to take my shares. But I would get $110 for the shares. That's $6 higher, and I would get $100 for the premium. So that would be $700 if I did that. So if I lose the shares, oh, poor me. I'm up, 420% now, and then it's $6 higher. I'm gonna be up like around, 480% then. I'm okay with that. I'll take the cash, so it's all in my favor. That's the best thing about options. It's all in my favor. If I made that decision, I'm making, not the 400%, but because that has already been made. But from this point on, whenever I sold that option, I would make $600 on the stock and another $100 on the premium. So $700. Can't be mad at that. And then if it doesn't reach it, I get the $100 and for the premium, and I keep the shares, and I do it again, and I keep doing it. I just figure I do it now because I'm up over 400%. So, and it's the market's pretty high right now. So why not? I could always take that money and sell some puts on anything, and it's the best thing about options. The money just keeps coming in. It's awesome. I love it. That's why I made this channel, because this is the exact reason I made this channel. So you guys can learn and make money. I want everyone to make money. I want everyone to have a great life, make money, enjoy life. You only get one shot. This isn't a rehearsal. So let's live our lives, and having money makes it even easier and more fun. So let me go to Carnival now. So for next week, this is what I'm thinking. So I've got these 30 puts right here. I got 10 of those. So if I rolled those out, roll position till the next week, so I'd roll them from the 24th of October to the 31st, and I would get, it's showing I would get the middle here. There's a bit of a spread on the bid and the ask, but it's showing I would get 26 cents for those, so $260. That's cool with me. So let me see the other ones. I got the calls. I sold those this past week. The 15, the 1,000 that I had, and then the 5 that I got. So I sold those at $30.50 for all my options that I've sell. Right? I already, I added them all up, and my average price, strike price, would be $31. So I put these out at $30.50 because I can, if it gets close to that, I can roll it up to 31, which would be my average, which I wouldn't lose any money, and I would make all the money on the premium if I did have to sell them. So I would do that, and I wouldn't lose any money. So let me see these 30.50 calls, and then I could always roll them up to 31. That would be my average, and then I'll just keep rolling them. If I end up losing the shares, I can just turn around, sell the puts. I can even sell in the money puts, make even more money. So it's just, as soon as you learn this, it just all clicks, and it never ends. It's the same process, so it's great. So I can sell those next week. If I rolled those at what the market is at right now, I would get, what's happening? Okay, let me try it again. Might not be giving good service out here. So roll the position, continue, and yeah, it's not working. All right, let me go in a different area. Let me go over here real quick. Let's see if it works over here. I'll reset the app and see what the deal is. beautiful view out here though. As I'm doing that, you can look at this. Awesome. Look at that. So nice out here. All right, so let's get back to this. Yeah, I'm not getting service out here. So let me get back to you. I'm gonna figure this out, and so I can go over this with you real quick. Hold on one second. All right, back in business. All else fails, go to the hotel right behind the lake, and we're good to go. I don't know why that happened though. That's weird. But all right, as I was saying, the 30-50 calls that I have out, got 15 of those out. So if I rolled those right now, with the market being the what it is, I could make another $285 on those. So this is all for next week, but hopefully, but you know, the stock is going to move, so it might be a little bit different. Hopefully it goes up, so that would help me out. And then we got that's just one 30-50 put. What about this is, so I don't have the 32 puts strike price anymore, because those got exercised, and then I let the other last 3 expire. So I'll sell those as call options now. So these, now the highest strike price I have is $31.50. The stock price right now is $28.31. So it's in the money by a good bit, but I'm still making decent money on these, enough to not let them expire on these ones, I think. So these ones here, 31.50 puts, I got 8 of those. If I rolled those out, I'm really hoping the stock goes up next week, the beginning of the week. It's been up and down like crazy. So, but even here, it's showing this is like, the spread on the bid and the ask is a bit much, so it might not be accurate, but it's showing I could make, 28 cents. It'll probably be lower than that, but $224. So as of right now, it's looking like a really good week for next week. Pretty good week. And then I have the DVN. Okay, I've got 35.50 puts out on that. I just got one, so that's getting to the point. It's getting quite low. So let me show you something on that though real quick. The DVN, let me get to that stock. Okay, DVN right here, Devon Energy Company. So that's at 31.74. So I got them at 35.50. So way deep in the money puts. But and people will say, you're losing money, right? So yeah, I got my strike price at 35.50, right? But look at this. Let's get out the book. And okay, I've been selling these for a little bit now. So as you can see, I started right here selling them. So DVN here, DVN, and like the first time I made DVN, I made 51 cents. This one down here, 38 cents. And I've been selling these for over a month now. So I got this one here, 32 cents. Right here, DVN, 25 cents. DVN, 26 cents. I got 26 cents here and 9 cents there. So yeah, the stock is down, but I've been making all that money on the premium. So I mean, I'm not in the business to break even, but if it happens, it happens. And that way, I added all those up earlier too, and all the premium is up to $207 I've made so far. I mean, not 207, but $2.07 in premium. So I have to take that off of the strike price. The strike price is at $35.50, right? Let's just say, because there's fees, let's say $2 to make it easy. I can take that off. So to break even now, I can sell, if those got exercised and I got the I got the shares, I could sell calls But now I could sell them and not lose any money. I could sell them $2 lower. So I could sell them at a $33.50 strike price and still make more premium. But I don't want to do that. Of course, I want to sell it as high as possible. But just so you guys know, you got to take your premium that you receive from these options and put that into the configuration of selling the options. So take that off the price of the strike price, and if you have to sell it, the strike price, the options at a lower strike price than you sold the puts, you're not losing any money because you're just taking kind of away from your premium that you got. So just so you guys know. And one other thing, or a couple other things, I'm going to show you guys this real quick. The S&P 500, I looked up over the past 40 years. This is why, like with my 401k, I invest strictly in the S&P 500, and that's been for like 30 years. So check this out. This is the S&P 500 over the past 40 years. 40 years, okay? So 40 years. The red is down years and the green are up years. Look at the difference. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years that the market was down, or the S&P was down in 40 years. That's why you invest in the S&P 500, because it shows it averages an annual return of now it's at 11% average. So S&P 500. So when I retire, I roll my 401k over to the brokerage account, Charles Schwab account. I can sell options on that money, and I'll probably be selling options mostly on composites like the S&P 500. That's the safest, and that's retirement money, so I want to be pretty safe with that money. But I know I can make a whole lot of money with that. So just keep watching my channel if you would. If you enjoy the channel, subscribe if you haven't already. Like, comment. I've had a lot of comments lately, and I like, commenting back and having conversations with people. And if they have any questions, I'll help you guys out. And another 2 weeks, I will be going on another trip, somewhere that will be very, very cool. Hint, if you've watched my past videos, I've been there before. But you'll have to see in 2 weeks where I'm at. It should be pretty fun. So thanks guys for watching the video. Thank you so much for all the new subscribers. I appreciate it. The comments, the likes, the shares, share the videos. I would really appreciate it. And you guys have a great weekend. And I'll see you next Tuesday or around there, maybe Wednesday, or maybe Monday, depending on the market, when I sell more options and make, as you see live, more money. All right, let's make some money, and you'll have a great week. All right, bye.